Bronnie Ware, the author, is a nurse who worked in a hospital for the elderly and the dying. And in her several years of being in the hospital, she discovered that almost all men and women lying on their deathbed desired just a few common things. So she decided to research on it and came up with this book, The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. Now, what are these top 5 regrets of the dying? The first one, and the most common one, was, I wish I had the courage to live a true life of myself and not a life others expected me to live. Isn't that amazing? That most people thought that they lived a life others expected them to live and not a life they wanted to live? Yes, my dear friends, this is a common regret a lot of people have. They are probably doing very well in their lives, their careers, their relationships. They may be on top of the race, but at the end of the race, they probably realize that they were in the wrong race. So yes, that is the topmost regret of the dying.
The second biggest regret of a dying person is, I wish I had not worked so hard. Yes, that is the second biggest regret. And it's so true for a lot of us because, people do work which they probably don't love. It is said that when you love to do what you do, not a single day looks like work. And that's actually so true for very few people who live their entire life working and going through the drudgery, but doing it for other reasons, not for themselves, and at the dying stages realizing that they could have actually lived their life doing what they love, pushing the small things in life to later. That's what a lot of people do, and that's the biggest regret when they are dying. We often hear people saying, I wish I had the courage to express my feelings. Yes, that is the third on the list of regrets of a dying man, as researched by Bronnie Ware. I repeat, I wish I had the courage to express my feelings. We often take people around us for granted. We don't express our feelings to them. It's important for us to change that. We need to be more vocal about our appreciation for the people around us. Apologize if you think we are wrong. It's okay to say I'm sorry. A thank you from our hearts to show our gratitude can be so powerful. We must say that as often as we can. Please, let us make a conscious effort to stop pointing faults in others and criticizing them. Instead, let us keep each other motivated and encouraged. Let us ask ourselves this question. Are we vocal about our appreciation of others regularly, or are we taking people for granted? The next biggest regret of a dying person is, I wish I would have stayed in touch with my friends more often. This is what dying people often regret a lot. Have you ever wondered how much we are connected to our friends only through the digital medium, Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram? It's time that we realize that it's so important to have face-to-face conversations. It is important to have a diverse network of friends who will give you the reality check. Let us surround ourselves with true friends who will give us an honest feedback and not have us to later regret that I wish I would have stayed in touch with my true friends a little more often. The fifth regret of a dying man is, I wish I would have let myself be happier. We are born blissful, but as we grow up, we put brakes in our happiness. How many of us realize that happiness is not a goal? It's a journey to be enjoyed in the little things in life. Happiness is to be able to reflect on what we have and appreciate it, and not what we don't have and only what we want. Let us ask this question to ourselves. Are we forever complaining about what we don't have? Strangely, the author's research says that yes, that is exactly what most dying people in their deathbeds regret. These are the top 5 regrets of the dying. A book written by Bronnie Ware, a must read. Thank you.